Let's bring John in. John Zogby, I don't know. It's the cloud of confusion that is coming out of this administration. It's
the cigarette thing, too. I have no idea where I am, who.
He's trying.
My name is Jeff.
Trying to quit smoking. Yesterday, did you?
A cloud of confusion. Yeah, memos flying back and forth.
What do you think of these memos being released, and what does it really? It's the Republicans saying this is what we feel happened. Democrats are saying it didn't happen. We don't want to wait for Mueller. I think I'd rather.
Yeah, I think there's a mandate to wait, or for Mueller to make his final decisions and indict whoever he's going to indict, and that's the process. Under normal circumstances, we would just wait for that. These just aren't normal circumstances, and so let's just be transparent about it. Release all the memos to everybody. Somebody's going to get their hands on it anyway and release it. But the important thing is that releasing any information is not going to move the ball politically one way or another. We're three groups. One will back the president. The other will back the Democrats. And the third group will say, well, we told you all you guys are screwed up anyway. And now you're proving it. So time to move on. So
I'll get to tonight's speech, which he tends to when he's on the teleprompter, and he tends to give a pretty inspiring speech. I think he has. Mm-hmm. It's when he goes off that it inspires a far smaller group.
Yeah, dumb like a fox, though. You know, because first of all, regarding the speech, he's going to tout the improvement in the economy, and the presidents will get the blame if the economy's in the tank. They get the credit. They're the person in charge, and so he has something to tout. The economy is heading definitely in the right direction. At the same time, so are his polling numbers. The overall average is about 40, but if you look at just the polls taken this week, he's at about 44 or 45. That's a dramatic improvement. And so you're catching him kind of on an upswing, and if he delivers, he may get a few points more, and then be in a better position to push an infrastructure bill through Congress.
What is your I don't know where to start. It's been a while since we talked, but so what is? I mean, the Russia investigation, the fact that Mueller wanted Mueller to be fired, and there are those involved. On the other hand, is it a witch hunt? Is there a witch hunt here? Does the president have when he talks about this? Does he have a good point when he says there is no collusion, and this is just done to discredit me and my administration?
Certainly to his supporters, he has a good point. Objectively, he still has a good point. We knew there was going to be a witch hunt. The investigations these days are as much of what Congress does as anything else. And so even someone relatively squeaky clean like Barack Obama, the day after my buddy Darrell Issa was going after Barack Obama for this or for that, would have been even worse had Hillary Clinton become elected. The natural order of things these days. And so, sorting through all of this, I think the bulk of the American people just throw their hands up in the air and say, all right, I guess this is just the way it's going to be. Is there truth on both sides? Sure. Is there fabrication or hyperbole on both sides? Sure. But right now, the economy is doing okay. We're not engaged in a huge war, and so life goes on.
What, a lot of talk about how the Democrats are just in a perfect position to have a huge midterm.
Yeah.
However, boy, it's almost when you predict something like this is going to happen, it almost never does.
Yeah,
maybe
too soon.
And it is too soon. But here's the other thing: if they handle it the way they handle this government shutdown, I don't feel they're going to have a lot of success. What's your take on what Schumer did?
I totally agree. First of all, what Schumer did, took it to the brink and really alienated half his party. There are folks. Let's just generalize the Sanders people, the left, and that represents a good half of the Democratic Party that are furious with Chuck Schumer about DACA and being outmaneuvered. And so here's what I'm hearing. Look, under normal circumstances, Democrats should have a very big year. They're having a difficult time recruiting candidates. Even though there are a huge number of Republican retirements, I think it's up to 33 now, and a number of those could be competitive races. Democrats still have to find people who are credible enough to run. There's a split in the party, and I'm hearing that where there may be new candidates, there may be primary challenges as well. The economy is doing fairly well and may continue to do fairly well. I'm not ready to declare a big victory in November. We have a lot of living and a lot of politics to go between now and then.
Did anything get accomplished out of this shutdown, this short shutdown?
In terms of, I think it helped politically. I think it helped turn Donald Trump around.
Yeah.
Funny, I had a French newspaper ask me to write an op-ed last week, and the first draft of it was how the president was getting hurt by the shutdown, and he was going to own it. And but it wasn't due for 3-4 more days, and so I took a look at it right before it was due, and I said, no, I got to change it. The president emerged as a winner this time, and the Democrats got egg all over their face. And so what was accomplished is that may, ironically enough, have kind of turned around the perception of Donald Trump, that he is the president of the United States, he can get his way, and he can score a victory.
And so then what do you predict for tonight?
A good speech, taking credit for the economy, the announcement of a massive plan for infrastructure renewal, a message kind of that's conciliatory, and I think he'll read from the teleprompter and show the capacity to be a man who's growing into the presidency.
All right, John, we appreciate it. John Zogby, as always, we appreciate you coming on the air.
Thanks. Take care.
Have a great day.
You too.